Hi, Kim.
Yeah. Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. I guess to start things off, just overall thoughts on the match.
Yeah. Um, I think we're playing as a good team. In my opinion, like I said before the game, this is one of the better team in the league when they have a chance to play with the best 11 like they did today. But and we're struggling a little bit the first 25 minutes, 30 minutes maybe. We're sometimes too high with our attacking player, but most of the time we are too low with our defense line. So we were talking during the first half already to be more brave, be much more aggressive, to try to win the ball and work with some transition. I think in the end of the first half we're doing much better. We start to find our positions. I think we're a little bit unlucky. It's typical where we are right now. When they scored the second one, it's a situation when one of our players is out, and from the position they score, it's normally that we have one player for the second ball. So of course that was a tough one for us just before the halftime. A little bit similar thing in the second half. I think we start pretty well in the second half. We have a couple of chances. We're close to score goal from 2 corners, but instead of like maybe a small mistakes and then the defense transition, and then it's 3-0, and then of course it's more or less game over. I think in the end of the game is not good enough to finish in the last 10 minutes like we did. I think to lose against a good team with 3-1, they have top 6 they're gonna try to do top 6, and it's a difficult away game, so maybe okay to lose with 3-1, but we can't finish like we did and just give up and give away 2 goals, and it could be even worse. So that part is something we absolutely need to think about and talk about. Yeah.
Tyler, go ahead.
Kim, you kind of mentioned it there at the end, but it has to be a concern that when you have 4 games season, you have to try and keep players motivated and engaged. Is that starting to become a bigger concern for you in games like this?
I think we had a good trainings week. I think we all have worked hard. We did what we could in the preparations. There have been meetings. We were talking about the high and low about the Chicago game. We prepared us really well when it comes to the details. We have all the staff and all the players have add some extra hours in this week for prepare us for this game. We knew it's going to be a tough game for us, but like I said, in the end, we have really not the energy and the quality. Of course, we can see, like we have talked about it before, we are a young squad, and they start to get a little bit tired. But we need to fight into the end. It is still 4 games left. Important game, home game against Orlando now. Normally a game I have a good chance to win. So it's just up on the horse again.
Do you try to adjust or change much approach going into the last 4 games with how the last 2 have gone? Because even during when you guys weren't getting results, you were still getting draws, but the past 2 have been pretty lopsided.
Yeah, as you probably can see, we played a little bit similar like we did in the start of the season where we had the good results. So for us, it's been a little bit going back to basic. Like I said, we all have worked really hard, the whole staff, all coaches, all the people around, the players have doing really well to handle the 4-0 game against Chicago, but still we are here now and losing again. But I think it's not good enough, but North Carolina, they are a good team, so like I said, where we are right now to lose with maybe 3-1 or something like that, that's maybe can be okay, even though we always want to win, if you understand what I mean. But we need to finish in a better way. So that's part I'm really disappointed over, but tough game for us.
And do you know if Emily, like where she's at in the concussion protocol from the national team? Like, do you expect her back for the next game, or are you not sure yet?
Yeah, you never know when it comes to the head, but I guess so. I was talking with her yesterday, and she felt okay. So if she feel okay tomorrow, that's gonna mean that she can play in the next game. And of course, it's an important player for us. But yeah, it is what it is.
Last thing for me, with how the past 2 games have gone, and since you guys haven't won an NWSL game since May 22nd, you all talk a lot about building something and the vision and the process of putting this team together. How do you keep fans' confidence in that when the results have not been coming your way and the progress is hard to find for them?
I think the fans is smart enough to understand that, again, we are a young team, we're still learning. The most of our performance have been better than previous year. The results have not been there, but I hope, and I think they're smart enough to see the process. I also know that they understand when they can see what we have done or not done in the transfer window. For example, we have sold a lot of players for in the women's football big numbers, and they also need to understand that we're looking for a couple of players that can help us. People need to understand that we have a really good group right now, a talent group, but they need a little bit more help from some players in some specific position, and that will come. They are not here right now, but there will be a couple of players that's going to come in the winter window. We have built for that, but right now is just do the best with this group, amazing group that do everything, every training. Yeah,
That's all I got. Thanks, Kim.
thanks.
All right, thank you, Kim.